Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mail Something Pretty. I am Christine Josti, and welcome to your weekly live class. I'm excited. I wasn't here last week, so I'm happy to be back again. I have a fun card to show you, and I'm copying a card that was sent to me, and I just kind of put a little twist on it. So I hope you like it. So I just want to make sure that we are working. You can hear me. My software has all this funky stuff here, so I'm trying to not look at that. Great. Hey, Kim. Excellent. All right. So I just want to make sure we're good. So I think we're good. So I hope you guys all had a happy St. Patrick's Day yesterday. We had a club class, so that was always fun. We didn't really do anything St. Patrick's-y, but it was fun to get together. Hey, Beth and Nancy and Carolyn. All right, awesome. So both Facebook and YouTube are working, so that makes me happy. So Nancy, we're gonna actually copy your card that you sent me. So Nancy sent me this Get Well card last month, and I loved it. And so like it has this fun little like flip thing. So I looked it up and it's called a diamond fold. So that's what we're gonna make. So it's just kind of a fun fold. And I came up with a trick or what I call a trick to make the borders work. And so I'll show you that as we go along. All right, so let me go. Perfect. Okay, so that's my inspiration piece. Hey, Debbie, which I love, and I never got that paper, but it's so perfect. The little umbrella with under the weather. So this was my first attempt, and so actually, well, yeah, this is my first attempt, which I really like. But my borders, this is being really nitpicky. Hey, Cindy. Um, my borders, I use soft seafoam, which is a regular border, and then I made it so it's a really thin border, so that's fine. And that has the thin border, so that's good. But when I put this diamond or rhombus or inverted square piece, my border, you can kind of, again, this is being really nitpicky, but it's narrow up here and it's wider down here. Same with here. And I actually, I made this card before I figured it out. I made this card as a team swap. So everyone who did the team swap got this version of the card, but I'm going to show you a different version. And if you look at them quickly, they look pretty close, right? Except for when you look really close up, my borders are a little bit more in line with each other. So that's what I'm going to show you. But so my team all got that version, but I'm going to pause here for a second and show you all the other team swaps I got you. So I know there's still one outstanding and I know it's coming, but I'm going to show you the ones that I got. So um, my team, which we call the Wicked Stampas, and that was chosen a long time ago because at the beginning we were all local, but now we're not all local to Boston. Um, we occasionally do a team swap. So the theme was Easter or spring. And so I'm going to show you. This is Jenny. So I don't know if Jenny's on yet, but I know she'll be watching. And everyone, Jenny, I showed this card off. Everyone loved it. And so I think it's awesome. And so she has tons of layers in here. And she picked the colors for, the blue for the sky and this pink for the sunset. And then you get the green, you get this happy little bear sticking out of the tree. She did so much work on it. And a little bee here. It's just so perfect. And this stamp set bundle rather is available in the online exclusive section. So if you're looking for it, and I'm sorry, I didn't look up to see what the name of it is, but this is Jenny's card. And I just think it's so happy in spring. You get the little bear coming out of hibernation. And so the next card, this is from Pam, and I know Pam is snowbirding, so she has limited supplies. And so I think she did really good with what she had. And so we have a nice summer splash on a white cardstock, and you have this is celebration paper, and it is totally springy with all those colors. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but she also embossed it with that embossing folder that was celebration, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's fun to emboss designer series paper. So not only do you get the pattern of the paper, and then you get this raised texture. So she did a really nice job. All right, we have more people on here. Mary Lou and Deb, hello. I'm just sharing my team swap cards at the moment. and then I'm going to show you how I made my team swap card. And so Val used the same bundle that I used for mine, but completely different, which is what's, I mean, here's mine and here's hers. Completely different, but the similar supplies. And I love how she used kind of more vibrant colors for Easter versus I use kind of the pastels. But this set, which I'll show you, has 3 different frames that you can use, and the cute little mama bunny, and it's just a fun card. I love this set, this bundle, I should say. And Kim, who's here on here, made this really nice Easter. Here we go. I'm trying to get in focus. Easter card, and so that's nice. She used that bokeh paper, so it's not just a solid designer paper. It has this nice kind of variations here. And I don't remember, I don't know the name of your stamp set, Kim, that you used, but it's a great one because I mean, ferns and greenery can be used for so many things. So I like your color combinations because you'll see that I use seafoam green as well because I love that and with all the sparkles of the sequins. And the last one I have here to show is made by Michelle, and this one's a fun fold card. So I'll show it to you first flat. And she used these nice, you know what? I don't know what flowers they are. I could guess they could. Is it the gladioli flowers? There's so many flowers that have that cone shape that it could be, but it's kind of a nice Z fold that opens up like that. And then she used a nice stripe. It's just fun, bright colors. I kind of like the break of the pastels and the fun little dragonfly. So we do team swaps a couple times a year. And so if that's something you would ever be interested in, I would love to have you join our team. All right, so let me get back to my card. Again, this is the inspiration from Nancy, and then this is what I came up with my team swap, but I'm going to show you one slight difference of this card that has a little bit more equal borders. And then I'm going to show you how to cut kind of on the bias. So I'll show you as we go along, but originally I was going to use this vegetable paper here, but when I did it, it turned, and so then it was crooked. So I'm going to show you how to cut paper on a bias as well. All right, let's see. Oh, Kim says, get it back. Thank you. The Natural Botanicals is this card. Thank you. Which someone else just ordered that the other day. It's a nice set. All right. So this is, I'll just show you quick, the Storybook Friends bundle. And so I had showed you on Val's card, she used this frame, but you get 3 different frames, which is really nice to use and gives you a lot of versatility. And when you cut it, you actually get 2 pieces. So this was in here. And so you can use these separate or you can use it with it. And then these are all the little fun little critter stamps, which all have dies that cut them out. And then these are the rest of the stamps in the set that don't have dies with them, but they really have some nice words to them. So I really, really like it. And it's available, which is awesome because the paper was sold out, but it is back, which is pretty exciting. Actually, I can show you the paper because it has like this special cutouts. And it's that E word that I don't know how to pronounce, but you get you get 2 sheets of ephemera. That might be how it is, of these fun creatures, and then you get all the patterns. You get little. It's not Peter Rabbit, but it certainly looks like Peter Rabbit and his family. And you got a chipmunk family in here. Somewhere you get some garden paper. So I bought mini packs of this paper because I love it. I love the vegetables, little home cottage home. So it's nice. And so that is now available, which is awesome. All right, now we can get to it. So this is my last piece of seafoam green. So I need to order some more so I can't screw it up. Oh, Karen says, hi, this is Karen, new to the group, first time watcher. Hello and welcome. I'll show my face at the end, just so you can see what I look like. And Deb says, oh, ephemera, ephemera. I struggle with that word. Thank you, Deb. And welcome, Karen. I'm glad you found me. Found us, I should say. So actually, this is my last pack of vanilla and my last pack of seafoam, so I can't mess up. because I don't have any. Well, I might have one spare because I brought one sheet up of every flavor of every paper because you guys have those who've watched before know that I've forgotten things in the past. All right, so I have my directions. Here they are. So the first thing we're going to do is cut. I'm actually going to cut this into two bases because we're going to make the two cards, one the regular and one with a bias. So normally I would cut this paper. Thanks, Tim. Normally I would cut this paper right in the middle at 4 1/4, right? And to have this landscape kind of card. But what I discovered, instead of cutting it at the 4 1/4, we're going to cut it at 4. So you probably didn't even realize that this card is a 1/4 inch shorter than normal cards. I shouldn't say normal, than our standard cards we make. But if I put it next to Nancy's card, you can kind of see it's a 1/4 inch shorter. No one ever knows. So that's the trick will get you all those even borders. So I'm gonna cut this one at 4 also. So this is just scrap. You can use it for something or recycle it. All right, so now we're gonna score it at 2 inches and at 5 1/2. So the 5 1/2 is right, half, and then at 2 inches. I'm going to do that for both since I have my cutter here. So 2 inches and 5 1/2. And I'm going to show you this now and I'll show it to you again. I don't know if you want to take a screenshot of it or I'll post it somewhere. You have the measurements of what I'm going to do. I'll show it again. I'm going to put it right here too. I don't know if you can see it there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, actually, let's cut all our pieces. We're going to cut our vanilla. So the inside vanilla needs to be 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So this I can use. So that's just scrap. 5 1/4. So 5 1/4, it's like a standard border that would give us that 1/8 of an inch all the way around. All right, so those are the two insides. And then my vanilla square. So again, and you can do any colors, but this vanilla square, is going to be 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Leave those there. 2 1/2, 2 is 5, so I can do that. Okay. Trying to maximize since this is it until I place another order. 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. So that's a border square. And then my designer paper square. So let me show you the two. So I'm going to make this one. So this is actually from that plaid paper that coordinates. I think it's called Timeless Plaid, but it's in that whole suite. So this is going to be 2 1/4, and you can pick anything. I could have picked paper from this pack, but how the patterns worked, I actually kind of like this checkered paper. All right, so I'm just doing one of those because after I make this card, I'm going to show you how to do the bias. And then the front panel, which is this piece here. So we need a border and then we need the designer. So the vanilla. Ooh, we're gonna get close. 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. Let's see how much vanilla I end up with. Let's not mess this up. 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. All right, so that's one. And I will do another one. So this is my last big piece. So we'll cut the short end on this side, 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. All right, you can't mess up because these are not big enough if I messed up, but I think I'm good. And then the last part is the designer paper. So that's 3 by 3.5. So because I want it to go in this direction, I'm just gonna cut it at the 3 here. I'm gonna cut 3.5. I just love this paper. All right. So almost all of our papers are cut. So I'm gonna put this aside. And I don't think I need that one. Okay. So here we go. Move this. Make sure you don't see the light there. Okay, so we're just gonna take one of them. And we're gonna save one. So put all this that gets saved. Okay, so this is the supplies for this card. This is the supplies for that card. All right, so what we're gonna do, and I didn't write it on here, so I need my pencil. I brought up a pencil I really like. All right, so this, remember, we cut 4 inches. Before it was 4 1/2. The original was at 4 1/4. So if whether you do 4 1/4 or 4, you just want to find the halfway mark. We're gonna make a little pencil mark. I'm just looking for my ruler. Oop. So I'm gonna mark it, and it's gonna be on the back side, so you're not even gonna see the pencil mark. So I'm just gonna mark it at 2. Actually, I'm gonna do both. This part I can do both. So just find the halfway mark at 2. And then what we're gonna do is cut from that halfway mark right till that score on both sides. We're just gonna do an angle cut. I think we did an angle cut not too long ago. Card. All right, so here's my where that score mark is, and I'm just gonna tilt this till I find that pencil mark, and it's both in the cutting track. I generally like to cut up when I do that. And then I'm gonna just rotate it here so the pencil mark and the score mark is there. And cut it. So you can still see the pencil mark, but that doesn't matter because it's really gonna go on the back side. Okay, so let me do that on this one too. You can use this design of a card for so many things. It's because you're kind of highlighting both pattern paper and like a little label or a little something. All right, so those are those. That over here. These are scrap if you wanted to come up with some sort of triangle, but they're kind of small, so I'm just going to recycle those. All right, so really all the work is done. The magic is in that 4 inches versus the 4 1/4. So watch. So I'm just going to score that back. And now we're just going to put all our pieces in the card. I'm going to put the vanilla in here. Like that. And if you wanted to stamp something, you could do that. Just keep in mind, some of that is exposed, so you want to make sure you stamp that's under that part. And I decided just to put some gems on there, so that when you open it, the gems are still there and my message will go right there. All right, so then we're just going to layer these two together. These are such fun colored carrots. I don't have much luck growing carrots. I tried it a couple times, but I think my soil is too thick. Like, I think you need a sandier soil so that they can grow really deep and down. But they were fun to do. So that's gonna go here. Okay, so you can kind of see it coming together. And that's even pretty. Like if you just glued that down, that's kind of pretty, but we're gonna make it better. So we have our square, 2 squares that we cut. Oops. So that's gonna go right in the middle. And then this is gonna go right here. And so now we have that nice equal border. because I think what happened is when where is it? This is the original. This is the 4 1/4 one. And I found that the middle, rather than two, it was two and a, was it two and a eighth, I guess. Um, but just how, I don't know, the math or the angles or how it went, it's not, I don't know, it wasn't as square. And so because we use an even number of 4 and 2, it's a little bit more square. And so it just fits really nicely there. Nothing wrong with this, but I wanted the borders to be even. So I'm going to line up my 2 points right on that fold like that. And so here is the diamond fold card. And then what we'll do is I've already um, stamped and colored my little bunny. And I just realized I don't have any ink up here, and because I didn't pre-stamp my Easter message, which I did Easter greetings here in um, Balmy Blue, I think. And I don't have any, oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. I have, oop, look at, I have my tower of old inks. I don't think I have Balmy Blue. So dusty. Let's see what color I have that will work. I have Pool Party. Let's see if that works. These are the somewhat old ones. Let's see. I do have the stamps up here because I showed them to you. Here they are. And I do have an extra block that I always leave up here just in case. I prepped this project like the end of February for you guys. And so obviously I didn't prepare quite as good as I should have. All right, so let's see if this is dark enough. I'm going to kind of stamp it on the left side because I'm going to tuck this part. Is that too light? It might be, but it might have to be okay for now. Do I have an extra? I'm just looking. Sometimes I have extras of these pieces here, and I don't. So this is going to work fine. On my next one, I'm going to do it some sort of darker color because I don't, that's a little light, but it will work. So I'm going to just glue that down, and I'm going to, kind of pay attention to the angles here so it all mathematically kind of works. Sometimes I don't want to say mistakes because this is not a mistake, but it's just not how I planned it. Sometimes I send this to my mom and my dad because they love any card I make. Thank you, Mary Lou. She said it's fine. All right, so I'm going to actually put a dimensional kind of in the middle of the bunny so it doesn't stick over like that. And then to finish it off, just close with glue, is I have these, what are they called? Antique pearls are all part of the whole Storybook Moments suite. So we're going to use those. And let's see if there's more putty in here. I think so. Yep. Okay. So I've been kind of playing with on other cards too, having like one gem up here and then some more like when you open it so you can still kind of see it. It's kind of my little, I don't know, trend that I've been doing myself. So, but I didn't quite leave enough room on this one. It'll be a little tight, but we'll make it work. And I like it when the gems have 3 sizes because it makes it, you know how we do things in threes? It just makes it easier. All right. That's a little tight for my liking, but again, this is going to my mom, and so that's fine. So there we go. So that is how you make a diamond fold the whole key to me is just make that 4 inches versus 4 1/4. All right, so we'll make that other one, but I'm gonna show you how I made the bias. Because look, I had all these other ones I was gonna make. Let's see, I have a whole bunch, so I have to do something with these. These are the ones I was gonna do, but when I put it on the diagonal, you can kind of see my fruit and vegetables are sideways. That didn't quite look right since it was already here. So we're going to have my little cheat sheet cutting on the bias. So what we're gonna do, because we're gonna it's gonna be the same size as this one. So I want my paper, the pattern paper for this one, it's the check, is the width of that. I measure from this point to this point. It's hard because I have a see-through ruler, but it's 3 1/8. So I want my paper, that's 3 fil. We're gonna use this one to be 3 1/8. And I'm going to have it long, like this is 3 1/8 also because it's a square, but I want it to be a little bit longer, I think. We'll find out. Like I said, I did this a little bit ago. I'm gonna actually just cut this in half because I don't want that whole thing to be 3 1/8 because I can use it at 3. All right, so here's 3 1/8. So when you do your bias, this is my widest point. So you measure the widest point. So that's 3 1/8. And I guess we do need that to be 3 1/8 also. Yeah. So this is going to be here. So what we need to do is measure all middles, and then we're just going to connect it and cut it. So 3 1/8 and half. So 3 is 1 1/2. So then it's just a 16th over. So it would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9/16. 1 9/16. Or just go to 1 1/2 and just that one little mark right after it. Karen's asking, will you add the dimensions to the video notes? What I will do, I can do that, or I'll just take a picture of my sticky notes and I'll post those. To be honest, that's probably what I'll more remember to do, to go back. I always post a picture of the finished projects, and so I'll just include the picture of these two sticky notes, which this has what it is. That's a good question. I would say I would also put it on my blog, but I've been kind of behind on posting on my blogs. Hoping to get back into the rhythm of it though. All right, so I have pencil marks, it's upside down, but it doesn't matter, on all 4 middles of this. And all I'm gonna do is connect my 2 pencil marks in that tracking pad and cut each triangle out. I'm not sure if this is how they do it with fabric or not. When I used to sew, I kind of avoided getting patterns or fabric that I had to cut on the bias. Now maybe I know how to do it. And so this one's actually a straight cut. So I'm going to put it up here. So I cut all those triangles off. And now I have my pattern that's in the right direction. I can see a pencil mark there. If I could find an eraser, I would erase it, but I don't see it right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. So now we can put this one together. So I have my square. So that's going to go just like that. Oh, I found my eraser. It's almost right next to me. This one I will erase, maybe. At least in the light sections. So this might be, more work that you want to do cutting on the bias if you're making lots and lots of them. So just pick a complementary pattern color. But I wanted to figure it out. And so I figured you might want to know how to do it too. Hello, Anna. Thanks for joining. We're actually almost done. I don't know what part you joined in, so you may have to go back on the replay, but I'll show you everything that we did. So I just showed you how to cut on a bias, excuse me. Um, but I'll show you finished card in a second. So that's going to be folded. I'm going to fold this one back. And I do think you need to burn those so it just folds nice. So this is going to go on this one. I'm pretty excited. I have a lot of Easter cards made, a lot of them with this paper and this set that I can mail out. Sometimes I'm a little behind, but ooh, look at sometimes that I'm gonna separate that. Sometimes the glue moves. I'll just put that one down first. And then we'll put that back on top. All right. And well, if you wanted to, you could glue that down so then it just opens that way. But I like how you grab it and open it this way. All right, so then the white goes inside. Should say the vanilla. So we have I was calling it a lucky, it's for St. Patrick's Day, a lucky mystery host party going on right now. Tomorrow is the last day. So if you wanted to be part of it, you can just place an order by midnight tomorrow night using the host code, which I don't remember what it is, but I know it's on my page, and I'll post it again. Oops. You'll automatically be entered, and I think it's like at 160 or $165. I'll have to check. Um, rewards, which is awesome. And so whoever randomly gets chosen will choose whatever they want, and I pay the shipping for the rewards. And it's awesome. It's fun. So I'll do a quick live on Thursday. I actually might pick, let's see. Like I said, well, let's see if there's any. Oh, here's a bunny. We use this for projects. I'm just trying to see what's left. If the big bunny is on here, the big bunny may have been taken on all of the sheets, but I suppose, let's see. Just thinking maybe we'll use a cutout instead of a stamped one. I do have an extra stamped bunny here, but we'll do it this way. We'll go in this direction. How's that? All right, so I'm going to use a different color though, because I didn't like that. The pool party was a little too light. So let's see what do I have. I don't have a lot of colors up here. These are all my old inks. I could do navy blue. Do I have orange? Pumpkin pie. Mm. And I don't have that right color. Oh, I have old olive. Let's do that. All right. And I'm just going to stamp. Okay. So rather than stamp closer to the right, I'm going to stamp, the left, I'm going to stamp closer to the right for this one. And this shape is from the Stylish Shapes, which I love, and that is carrying over. So I'm very excited because I use that a lot. And I know that I used white on the vanilla, and I'm fine with that. So that works good. All right, so we're gonna glue that down. Going to kind of pay attention to my angles, have that point kind of in the middle. Those 2 points, and I'm gonna pop up this cute little bunny with dimensionals. Like that. And oh, that's adorable. And so now we just have to decide where our pearls go on this one? Hmm. I'm gonna decide that later. I don't know where they're gonna go. I actually might use, I might, you know what? We'll do it that way. I was gonna say I could find some darker pearls. Where'd my tool go? I don't know. We'll use tweezers. We're gonna put a little one on this side, and then we'll do the medium and the big. There we go. All right, so there we go. So that is that one, and I really like it with the little cute little bunny, and then that will open up that way. So let me show you all of them. I will take pictures. I will post those um, for you. All right, so that was my original. That was the 4 1/4 one, but you kind of see that it's not quite as nice of a border. It's fine, but it's not as even. And this is the one that has the more even border here. And that's totally nitpicky. So, um, but it was just something that I wanted to figure it out. And then this is the one that I cut the paper on the bias, so it kind of matches, which I really like. Um, and I actually like it with her with the dress because it's a little more color than my bunny here. So I think that kind of breaks it up a little bit. And then, of course, the one that Nancy gave me, the one that I copied from, I just fell in love with it, was this fun one of the pig. And then you could see she put some words over here versus over here. So you could totally put words like that over here than here. So hopefully you see that there's so much possibilities and versatility with kind of the layout of it. And it really is pretty easy. You just find the halfway point here, mark it, and then cut the two angles, and there you go. So it's kind of a nice fold. Thank you. You guys seem to like it. I'm very happy. Let me put my face on here. So yeah, so I'm glad you like it. And so now I have a bunch of Easter cards to mail out. So that makes me happy. So yeah, so we have, like I said, the mystery host party going on. So tomorrow's the last day. If you want to place an order, um, you can. I'll post the host code. I know it's on my Facebook page. It's on my blog, and it's in my email, so I know it's everywhere. And if you forget, it's okay. I can still get it connected. But tomorrow at midnight's the last, or even probably early Thursday morning, because I'll do a live probably sometime Thursday morning, and we'll just pick a name and we'll figure out who the mystery host is. But it's always fun. And so this will be the second to last mystery host party, sadly. But there's good things coming. So it's sometimes, you say goodbye to the old and hello to the new. So that's kind of thing. We'll do another one in April before the host codes go away, which is April 14th or 15th. The host codes will go away. So we'll do another one earlier. And so that will be kind of the last of this style. Anyways, a mystery host party. So if you want to get in on it, several people who I'm looking to see who's watching have won in the past, and it's always a fun thing. So I like giving the good news to everybody. All right, so thank you very much for watching. And those who are new, thanks for joining in. I'm Christine Josti, and so I go live just about every Tuesday at this time. Um, and so I'd love for you to kind of return and watch. And we always make fun things, and it's always fun to have you here. So thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on Thursday for a quick live to see whoever the mystery host is. All right, thank you. All right, bye bye.